Okay, guys, hopefully you've worked these, and this is going to be a check for you. But just in case you haven't and you're still struggling, I'm going to work through all of these just like I did on the other examples, okay? So I've written here ax squared plus bx plus c. My a is 1. I put my bookend x squared, and I'm going to put my other bookend, negative 32. Okay? Now I draw my x. Remember, we're multiplying a times c, so that's 1 times negative 32, which is negative 32, and then we're adding to get negative 14. Okay, let's just start looking. This is a negative, which means one of these is positive and one's negative, because to multiply to get a negative, I have to have a positive and a negative. Now, to get the negative 14, since these are opposite signs, that means I'm subtracting. So 1 times 32 gives me 32, but 32 minus 1 is 31, so that doesn't work. Let's go to 2. 2 times 16 gives me 32, and 16 minus 2 is 14. Hey, that works. My bigger number needs to be negative because I have a negative 14. So it's going to be negative 16 and positive 2. We're going to bring these numbers and put them over here in our box. Negative 16x and 2x. All right, across the top, the greatest common factor is x. X times x is x squared. X times negative 16 is negative 16x. X times 2 is 2x. And 2 times negative 16 is negative 32. Okay? So my answer would be x plus 2 times x minus 16. It doesn't matter if you wrote the x minus 16 first and then put the x plus 2. That's not going to make any difference. Okay? Okay, for E, hopefully you noticed that you couldn't have that 2. You need a 1 there. So we're going to take a 2 out because all of these are even, and I can take that out. So that's going to be p squared plus 9p minus 36. Now I'm doing the box method just on that piece. But remember, when I write my answer, I still have to include this 2 right here. That 2's got to be a part of my answer, okay? All right, so let's draw our box. We've got p squared, negative 36. Draw my big X. A is 1. C is negative 36. So I'm multiplying to get negative 36 and adding to get the B, which is 9. Okay? So let's start with, this is negative. That means these have to be opposites, which means I'm subtracting to get the 9. Well, let's start at 1. 1 and 36. 1 times 36, but 36 minus 1 is 35, so that doesn't work. 2. 2 and, no, wait a minute. Yeah, 2 and 6, why can I, 2 and 18. 2 and 18. 18 times 2 is 36, and then 18 minus 2 is 16, so that doesn't work. Okay, what about 3? Well, 3 times 12 is 36, and 12 minus 3 is 9, so that works. That's the one I want to use. Okay, my bigger number needs to be positive because I have a positive 9. So positive 12, negative 3. And we're going to take these two numbers and put them in our box. So 12p and negative 3p. Greatest common factor across the top is p. P times p is p squared. P times 12 is 12p. P times negative 3 is negative 3p. And 12 times negative 3 is negative 36. So when I write my answer, notice I highlighted that 2 up there because I got to keep it. So my answer is 2 times p minus 3 times p plus 12. And that would be your final answer. Again, if you put the p plus 12 first, that's okay. Doesn't matter. All right, let's look at the last one. In this one, again, we don't have a 1, but all of these have a greatest common factor of 4. So we're going to take the 4 out. That leaves us with n squared plus 3n plus 2. Now, we're doing the box method just on this right here, just on that. Again, I'm going to highlight this 4 just so I know, hey, I got to keep that in my answer when I write my answer. Okay, so let's draw our box. N squared, that's my far left bookend, and my far right bookend is 2. So I'm multiplying to get 1 times 2, which is 2, and adding to get the 3 that's in the middle. That one's pretty easy. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So n and 2n. Greatest common factor across the top is n. N times n is n squared. N times what is n? That's going to be 1. We did a bunch of those earlier. On factor by grouping, we did some of those. And then n times 2 is 2n, and 2 times 1 is 2. So we've got this and this. All right. So our final answer is going to be 4 times n plus 2 times n plus 1. And again, it doesn't matter if you wrote the n plus 1 first and then the n plus 2. All right. Hopefully you guys did really well on those. If not, we're going to continue working on them in class, and you can let me know if you need some extra help.